Hi everyone. On this tutorial I will be showing everyone how I got my stripes on my candy cane cup, and I did test out one spot of the white, and I am super excited to show you guys how I did that. So let's start. I never really clean my cups because I use Mod Podge for most of my stuff, so it doesn't matter if I wash it or not. So what I did, and I'm not a professional by any means. I took washi tape. You can use any kind of tape you want. It just depends on how thick you want your stripes or how thin. And I didn't have any painter's tape, so I thought, well, I'll just use this because I'm not too fond on the print that's on here, and so I don't mind if I waste it. So let's get started. So my first one, I did not measure. I'm still not measuring. But you kind of go at an angle. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry, guys. So you start kind of at an angle. And you, depending on how you want your stripes, it is really up to how you want it. So at an angle, just pull it down inside the cup. And then I don't really bend it or anything. I just let it kind of guide itself. Sort of like if you took your tape and you're trying to do a straight line, but you notice that you keep going up and up and up. That's sort of how this is. Or down, or, you know, however. Okay, so let me get my tape diagonal again. So diagonal, and you just kind of let it go around the cup. And then just pinch off the bottom, put it down. So the next step, and then I, of course, make sure that it's actually down on the cup. Push the edges down. So the next step, I did about an inch from the edge of the tape here. Okay, so if you have a little, I have one of these little flexible measuring things. I honestly didn't measure until after I did my first cup and noticed that they were about an inch apart. So you can go a half an inch or an inch out. I would prefer an inch out because it just makes it look more candy cane striped. So then take your tape and diagonal again. And then just let it follow through. You can mess with it a little bit. I did a couple of mine was too thin, too thick at the top, too thin at the bottom. So what I do is, sorry you guys, kind of play around and see where it would be about the same thickness all around, and then tape it off. This is definitely not what you want, so make sure that your tape comes all the way down at the bottom, because then your next stripe will come down and then you'll have glitter over here in this little hole and not solid. we'll just tape over that. Okay. So, and that's how I got my stripe. No measuring other than about an inch or half an inch at the top from each section. And that's pretty easy. Then once you get all your stripes, all your little strips of tape on and how you want it, then you just take your Mod Podge and Mod Podge whatever color you want. I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna do candy cane stripe on this one as well. I just have I have this little brush, and this is mainly for the white stripes because the red ones were pretty easy. I just used a sponge or whatnot. Whatever color you want to start with. I bought glitter from Hobby Lobby because I didn't have time to buy from online. So I've got all these little cute ideas running through my head. So I have red and green, which I may do either ombre or stripes in red and green. And then I have more of a chunky white that I may put over the fine white that I have. And then I found these cute little snowflakes that I may put in along with it. Okay, so let me open my red here and show you guys how I went about doing this. So, pretty good amount of Mod Podge, just so you can cover everything. You don't, I mean, some people like to double coat their glitter because I know some spots pop up. So I definitely wouldn't use open, but this is just one stripe, so it's okay. So glitter this. And get it everywhere. Okay. I do go back over with Mod Podge just to, I don't have the spray to seal my glitter. I know a lot of people seal theirs with a spray, but I don't have that right now. So I just Mod Podge in certain spots that I see that may need glitter. I will glitter over again. So that's that. And set this in here. Okay, so once you get your red glitter on and you've gone over it twice with Mod Podge, and you're wanting to do the white or your next color, this is how I'm doing it. I'm sure there are many other tutorials on how to do multicolor glitter or multicolor colors on a tumbler, but this is how I'm doing this one. So I'm just Mod Podging with a really small, I think this is a Crayola brush that my son had when he was doing his projects a couple weeks ago. And just every so lightly go right up against the edge of the red. Try not to get on the red if possible, because one, you're going to drag glitter off the red that's loose. Two, you're going to add white to the glue that's on the red. So this is more of a tedious, I know, more tedious way of doing it, but if you know a better way, please let me know, because this may take a little bit longer than need be. And this is my first ever doing this cup, this tumbler, and I'm super excited on how it turned out. I did play around with my stripes just a little bit, but of course, again, I did not measure. I did not really do a whole lot other than noticing that my spacing was about an inch apart on this one. And I think about half an inch on that second one that I just showed you, which makes it smaller stripes. And look, you know, however you want it to look. I just think it's super cute for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite season. I'm all about some Christmas decorations and Christmas cups and mugs and all sorts of things. Okay, so now got this coated pretty well. I try to go back over, just make sure it didn't dry so fast. Okay. So then now this is the tricky part, because it may take just a little bit of time. But I am ever so slightly going right over where my white should be. And just slightly tapping the glitter out. Trying not, it's going on the red just slightly, but I don't have glue on there, so I'm hoping when I tap it that it falls off. Even if it doesn't, it still gives it a nice little glitter. You know, it's white. Well, this one has more of an iridescent color in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's super, super pretty. White color. Got it at Hobby Lobby. Again, I know some people don't like getting their glitter at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or anything like that. They like to go online. So, you know, this is the tedious part. And notice my glue has already dried here at the end. So, let's fix that. Just kind of hitting some more spots, make sure it's covered. Okay, and yes, once I have tapped it, I'm sorry, is that focused? That is so pretty. Oh my goodness, y'all. I wish you could see it really in person. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I have a feeling these are going to sell like no other cup that I've sold. So there you go. That's my way of doing it. Again, if you find a simpler way, a new way, please comment, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. See you later.